So let's talk about food for a minute. How do I get by not knowing Chinese and trying to order food from a restaurant or a small kind of hole-in-the-wall place like I'm at right now? Well, to prep myself to come over here, I did everything by miming it. And so that gets me a good deal. You'd be amazed at what people who can't really communicate that well, two people can say to one another. It's really very impressive. And usually at these places there are pictures also of some things, and so sometimes I will just point to one of those. In fact, usually I'll point to one of those. Either that or I'll look around at what other people are eating, and I'll say, oh, I'll want that, and I point to that. So this morning I'm getting like a bacon, egg, and onion grilled sandwich for breakfast, and there was one sitting out, so I just pointed to that and I said, eat, one, I want one. Oh yeah, 我要 one. And that gets me by for the most part. It works out surprisingly well. There are also certain kinds of fruits they have here that we obviously don't have in the West, like apple pears, which I tried. A lot of people like, but I'm not really into them that much. They're kind of expensive too. They're like 70 NT. Also, dragon fruit. It's called dragon fruit because it's got these scales on them, as you can see. So you peel it off, and strangely enough, even though it's like maroon on the outside, it's white on the inside. This is what dragon fruit looks like on the inside. Kind of strange. Doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. Also things like pomelos, which you don't find here, which are like a mild version of a grapefruit. I think those are the big differences. So it's pretty hard for vegetarians to get a decent meal around here unless they know the language, because as you can see, like, this is a huge meat country. You got like shrimp, squid, any kind of fish, and chicken. Oh, this is black chicken. This is just chicken with black skin, and it's supposed to be a kind of delicacy. I don't know why. I can't imagine that it would taste much different at all. Beef and pork. They love pork. There's a lot of pork over here in the frozen section. So for someone like me who doesn't know the language, it's hard to order a vegetarian meal. But it seems like every place you go, they serve meat. Sometimes I get a lunchbox, which is, rice and some vegetables and some meat. And it'll have like 3 different dishes with meat in it. Like, they love meat here. Now, I wanted to point this out. As you can see, this right here, this is a kind of seafood. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but they are able to inject dye into it. So you see ones like these that are, I've seen ones with smiley faces. This looks like a mountain in the sun and like a leaf or something. So they like make designs of their food. I was just like eating soup one day and I saw all of a sudden this smiley face looking at me. It's really strange, I think, but kind of cool. See, here's another example of it, that seafood that they inject dye in. You got a flower design in your food. I guess it makes it aesthetically pleasing. At a lot of street vendors who are selling noodles, they usually just take these packets of wet cooked noodles that are already soft and they just throw it in the fryer for a little bit, and then they serve it like that. I don't think it tastes very good, of course, because like the noodles are all mushy at this point, so they just take them out of the bag. I prefer any place that makes fresh food. One thing that you can get cheap here that you would never be able to get for cheap in the States is dried mangoes. I don't know why, they're just huge here. This one costs about, 50 NT, which is, $1.50 US. So, it's pretty great. So, a very common flavor, just like vanilla and chocolate in like any kind of dessert, is red bean or green bean. So this is like a cream popsicle. It's red bean and milk ice bar. And I've had some of these and they taste to me like cold beans. And I think they're actually kind of gross because it just cold beans. I really don't think it's anything spectacular at all, but it's very popular here. So this is one of the differences in food. This is yogurt, actually, and it's drinkable. It's completely watery. It's not the consistency that we think of when we think of yogurt. It also tastes completely different, I think. It kind of has a tinge of what we consider to be like Western-style yogurt, but it's got a hell of a lot more sugar. It's almost tart. It's so sweet. It's like a liquid candy, I think. I really don't like it that much because it's not even good for you. And so it's super watery, and I think it's basically just sugar and water with a little bit of what we consider yogurt to be in it. As a lot of you might know, the proportions, of course, are much different here. The amount of food they give you is very, very different. So to give you an example here, I have some chips. I'm in the chips aisle, and we got like the single size, and this is the family size of Doritos right here. And in the States, it would be about 3 times this size. You can tell by my hand, it's not very big. This would be like almost like a size for one person in the States, but this is like a family size here. I think this is really funny, though. The one exception to the rule that you get smaller portions here is oil. Check this out. This is a standard size oil right here, and I think it's about a gallon. And you can get them as small as about a half gallon, but you cannot get them much smaller than that. I think over in this next aisle there are some things of oil on sale. Yeah, here are the smallest ones I've been able to find, and that's just like so much. I don't even know what I would do with all that oil. That would last me like 4 years, but that's the smallest size you can get here. Some things that I've been able, or haven't been able to find very easily is tortilla chips. They've got all these different kinds of chips, but they don't have plain tortilla chips. They have like Lay's and things like that, but not like tortilla chips. And then salsa to go with them. I can't seem to find salsa. But there are American supermarkets around somewhere. I know that there's one in the basement of Taipei 101 called Jason's. And it's, of course, pricier. But, if you're really jonesing for something, you can get just about anything there. I've been in there. It's huge. It's just absolutely enormous, and it's just got everything. It's got like organic stuff and like all of the name brand stuff that you might be craving. So it seems like there's always stuff available. As you can see, they have like French-style bakeries here, and they really make the food look incredibly decadent, and it's really, really affordable too. A lot of these single slices are about US $1 to maybe $1.50 or $2, but it's really, really amazing looking. In some restaurants here, they will allow pets to just walk right around, as you can see. You got a dog just kind of meandering this whole small restaurant, and they're completely fine with it. I've actually heard about dogs actually eating off the same plate as people had been eating off of before. So it's really relaxed rules as far as pets go, which could be frustrating if you have like allergies or something like that. But I just think it's fun and funny. What I like about night market areas is that they're authentic. This is the before shot, and the after shot ends up right here. These chickens get killed every day and sold to people. I mean, they wake me up in the morning, and then they end up dead at night. It's authentic.